You guys got it? So the main thing is when somebody initiates a 72T, the best thing I always tell, not sometimes, I always advise my clients is to take that money and put it into a fixed portfolio. Yeah. Okay? Because you don't want that to come back and haunt them. But, hey, I can advise them, I tell them to do it, but if they go behind my back and move their money out because their friend said, oh, put money in gold and commodities, you know what I mean? And, you know, they're drilling for oil on planet Mars. And you decide to go and do that investment, oh, well, shame on you, okay? Everybody?
Yes.
We all on the same page? Yeah.
If the client decides to do that, they notify the company that first year, you know what, I'm going to take the client.
There's a form. There's a form you fill out. Yeah. So whenever you initiate a 72T form, there is an additional form to fill out. Okay? So it's all legal. I want everybody to know. This is not like we're, evading tax. We're doing this under the table and whatever it is. It's all there. Those forms get filed with your CPA. They put it in your tax return, and we are letting the IRS know we've initiated a 72T.
And that lets you take money out of your 401k without it being a loan?
Yes.
Okay.
But without being a loan, you still have to pay the income tax. There's no what? No penalty. Okay? So far, so good. All right. Now. Yes.
Yeah, John, last time that you explained about this, you told me that it could be rolled to the IUL too, right?
Oh, no, you don't roll it into an IUL. So what some people like to do is they go like this. They come out and they got $100,000 in their 401k plan, right? And now they're going to initiate a 72T, and now they have $20,000. They're going to pay taxes on that, right? Now whatever they got left over, now they can put that whole thing into an IUL or a VUL. And then now all that money is now growing what? Tax.
If in the middle the 50% goes down and they have to pay.
Well, that's what we don't have to worry about that because remember, if it's $100,000, what are we going to do? We're going to put it into a fixed account. Exactly.
And the fifth payment can be higher than the rest?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but John, it depends on the employers, right? If you want to roll 401k and you're still working there and they're not willing to roll.
Okay, I'm going to my next thing, right? You're
Yeah.
all one step ahead of me, right?
Yes.
A quick question. So if you put those 20 grand on the UL policy, wouldn't that make it a make? And then you still have the 15.5 rule. So if I had $20,000, pay my taxes. Yeah, and then let's say I pay my 20%. So how much do I have? If I pay 20% in tax, so out of that, how much do I have left? I got $16,000. So out of that $16,000, I'm going to run an illustration as a non-match. So I'll probably have to sell my client like $1 million policy, and I can fund that. Okay? The question is, can they qualify for $1 million? Okay? All right. So far, so good. Okay. Now, there's another little what? Caveat. Okay? It is called an in-service rollover. Hello, what's it called? In-service rollover. So, we've always been told that 401k plans, not only 401k plans, but even if you're a 403b, let's say you have a 403b, solo K, 403b, TSA, all those plans, even these pensions down here, these FERS, PERS, STIRS, and TSP, all these plans, they have something called an in-service rollover. So what that means is, usually they say you cannot roll over the money unless you have terminated service from your employer.
Yes.
Okay? However, there is a little rule that's called an in-service rollover that when you hit 55 years of age, 55 years old, even though you're working there, you could roll over that money.
Does that have to be allowed by the employer though, or can some employers?
They can contest it, but legally, under the IRS code, they can't really hold your money. It's an IRS rule. So employers will try to say, well, you can't
That's good.
Can you do it partially or the whole thing?
You guys hear what he's just saying?
Yes.
What David's saying is that does the employer have to allow an in-service rollover? A lot of people say, well, if the employer says that you can't do an in-service rollover, you can't roll it over. Well, that's not true. It's an IRS rule. You guys got it? Do you guys
Yes.
understand that your employers and people make you sign contracts that are not enforceable? Let me give you an example. State of California is another example, right? State of California basically says, hey, you know, once you quit and you leave, you know, you can't just leave and compete with us. You guys know about that? Do you guys know that that non-compete is not enforceable in the state of California? You can sign it. So what? You're going to go to court and the judge is going to look at it and say, you're in California? They're going to say, yeah. And you're in California? Yeah. You can't enforce that in California. Free trade. California's a free trade state.
Wow.
That's why a lot of business owners, well, I don't like that. That's why they're moving out. Okay, because people are smart. They go in there, they learn, and then they go and what? Compete. All right?
John, you can roll over partially or the whole thing?
It's got to be the whole thing. Yeah. There's no
And then
partial.
you still continue.
You still want to contribute? No, because your plan doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. So now you want to take whatever money you were putting in and put it outside the company. IUL, VUL, whatever. Okay. All right. Now I want to mention something. What back to you? Because you mentioned something about a 401k plan and borrowing. And
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know that people always like wonder IUL and VUL? How come you're getting tax-free benefits? They go, I can't believe that they're allowing you to do rollover. I mean. Loans, they think it's something new. Do you know that you can do loans on your 401k plan?
Yes. Yes.
You guys got that, right?
Yes.
You can take money, equity out of your house and do a loan. You don't pay any taxes on that. But the difference is on a 401k plan is that the interest that you pay gets paid back to who?
To you.
To yourself. But here's the cool thing, or here's the downside. That's the cool thing. What's the downside is how many months do you have to pay back that loan?
5 years. Depends on how much you get.
What is it?
5
You
years.
got 5 years. You have 5 years by IRS rule to repay that loan back into your account. In the event that you don't pay back that loan within 5 years, it is now deemed a distribution.
Yes.
And you're going to get hit with all the penalties and all the income tax.
Yes.
Yes. Well, whatever you took out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not what's sitting
know
in.
what is that?
No, only what you took out. So if you had $500,000 in your 401k plan, okay, and you borrowed 200 of it, and you went and did your fix your house, went on vacation, bar mitzvah, quinceañera, big wedding, whatever, you got 5 years to put that money back into that account. And if you don't put that money back in 5 years, it is deemed by IRS a distribution.
Yes. What they told me.
Is the entire amount deemed a distribution? If
The
you
whole
paid
200.
back- Okay, so if you
Not
paid
the
back
300.
180 of it, but missed the last 20,
Then the 20 is now deemed a distribution. Yes.
Would that be pre-tax or post-tax dollars you have to put back in? Or doesn't matter?
Pre-tax. Because if it was originally a 401k plan on this side, it's pre-tax, and if you put it back, it's pre-tax dollars.
Can you deduct that income from your income tax that those?
Not again.
Not again.
No. Because you already got that before. You could do it. Just don't get caught. Right? And you're going to get caught. You know why they get caught? Because now every time you put money in a 401k plan,
Sends
they
it to
report that to the IRS.
Yes.
And they tell you how much money you put into that, and then you only put in half of that. They're going to go, whoa, wait a second. On your tax return, you say you put in $15,000, but you only put in $6,000. Audit. You guys got it? And then you know what they do? Then they go, oh, you cheated there? What else did you cheat on? You know what I mean? And then they go, all right, well, you cheated in this year. Maybe you cheated the year before that. Let's check that year out.
Then they open up the can of worms, like, oh, now we really got you. Then they go the year before, the year before, the year before, the year before, and they can go back 7 years. Unless they think it's what? Fraud. Then they can go what? Indefinite. You guys got it? So here's the thing. You know what you do?
Don't do it right.
Just pay your tax. You know, just pay your tax. If you owe it, you owe it. You know what I mean? It's just, you know. It's like these people, they get so mad, they blow a red light or they roll the stop sign, they get all pissed off. But you violated what? The law. Man, you gotta pay your citation ticket. You know, it is what it is. Everybody's gotta play by the same rules, you know? So, and here's the thing, like some people like overstress. So what? It's only what?
Money.
Really? Seriously, like they go, oh, you owe the 100 grand. All right. Here's your 100 grand. You can't have if you don't have $100,000, what do? You work out an installment agreement. You work it out, pay you 20 over 5 years. You're good. You're good. Guess what else you got though? Something much more valuable. Your health. Right?
Yes.
You can see. You can smell. You can hear. You can talk. You can walk. You know, I'm telling you, that is all like so much more important. Some people just stress out about money. Oh, am I gonna pay? You know what I mean? They start doing stupid things like that. You know, next thing you know, then they start borrowing money from friends. Then they go to Vegas. We see them down in the City of Commerce. And, you know, right? Then they start drinking alcohol and a little drugs to add it, makes you feel a little bit better. And then now they're what? Just spiraling out of control. You know? So.
What if you borrow money from the 401k and you're paying it back, but the balance, can you roll over the balance?
Okay, so give me a number. Let's say $500,000.
You're at $100,000 and I needed to borrow $40,000 or something. So I still have $60,000.
Okay.
Can I take the $60,000 and roll that into an annuity?
Most companies, most 401k plans. Did you guys hear her question?
Yes.
If you have an existing loan, you can't roll it over. Okay? Yeah, because here's what happens. You know what happens? The moment you roll over that money to a new company, that new company has to assume your loan also. And most people don't want to do all the headache work in managing your loan. So they said, if you got an existing loan, we don't even want your money. Just pay off your loan and then bring it over. Okay? Yeah.
So when you take out a loan, it doesn't mean that you liquidate your underlying asset, right? It just you take out the loan from the fund company, and they just keep your mutual fund as a collateral.
Okay, so you got $100,000. You're working at this job. You borrowed 40 of it, and then you quit your job. Is that right? And then, so you still have an existing loan. And you have $60,000 there. Am I right? Yes?
Yes.
I mean, so when, let's say you have 100, right?
Okay, got 100.
And then you take out 40,000.
Took out 20. Got $80,000 in there.
Yeah, and then doesn't mean you liquidate all your assets to get that 20 out, or you just loan the money from.
You just borrowed the money.
Okay.
Yeah, you go into your human resource department, your payroll, or whoever does your accounting, right? You say, hey, I need a loan. How much do you want? They fill out like a one-page form. I want $20,000. You borrow it.
Okay. So they just hold your underlying assets as a collateral in case you don't pay back the loan?
Well, if you don't pay the loan back, no, they'll give you back your $80,000 if you walk away. The only difference now is that once you terminate service and you can't roll over that money somewhere else, then it's deemed a distribution. You're going to pay penalties on that.
So they have to pay the interest for the loans too, right?
Yeah.
You know how much interest that usually they will charge?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody's got a different interest rate. But they don't hold it as collateral though. Okay, because they don't care. All they're going to do is let the IRS know, this guy took $20,000 out, quit the company, can't pay us back, so it's deemed a distribution. The IRS comes after you and just give us 10% penalty tax and all the income tax on it.
Okay. So let's say, what if I have two 401ks account? Can I just roll over from the other account to pay for that loan?
You have two 401k plans. So one is at your job and you have one at another company. Can you take that money and roll it over here to pay back that, yeah.